Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sonic Stadium's official Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit stream. I am your host, Knuckles87, and we are gonna just be playing Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit for about the next hour or so. No guarantee to complete it or anything. In fact, that's not really what I'm expecting. I've technically already beaten it, but regardless, if you were like trying to avoid um, spoilers for this game for whatever reason, and there are things to be spoiled by the way. Maybe like I don't know, tune out after the first 20 minutes or so, because we're going to be going as far as I can. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and pick one. So, what I love about this game is that, well, there are many things I love about this game. But for me, like, the top one is just that, like, it takes one of my favorite Sonic spin-offs, Sonic Triple Trouble, which is like the best Sonic game on the Game Gear, and one of my first Sonic games, by the way. And it recontextualizes the entire experience into what is effectively Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which is so cool. And admittedly, it certainly does do a few things I think Sega would not have done back then. Like, you know, they wouldn't be doing this cutscene that directly like links it to Sonic and Knuckles, I don't think, because they just weren't paying that much mind to continuity back then. But regardless, I'm really happy to know it did do this, because it gives this game a very cinematic feel while still remaining very true to what 16-bit Sonic was. And while also remaining true to what Triple Trouble was. Now, this will eventually, like, tell me to switch to Tails, but honestly, I tend to play as Sonic most of the time. Like, I technically can just access Tails' moveset by just having him do this. Ow! Oh, you are in for it now. Oh! Man, it's so satisfying to just wail on this guy. Especially given how difficult this boss usually is in these games. Like, even compared to the Sonic Mania boss, it's just a cakewalk. I love this. It's like Sonic is about to turn Robotnik into a fine mist. But then, bam, that. Like, you know, I don't think it would be within Sonic's character to actually kill Dr. Eggman, but it really looked like that was about to happen. Now we have the title sting. I love that so gosh darn much. And so what I really like about this game is that it's all new yet familiar. Like, this very much feels like Great Turquoise to me. And yet, like, you know, the music is way better. The backgrounds are like way more detailed. I think in the Game Gear version, it's just it's just like a blue sky background. But here it's like contextualized as like a beach with full of wildlife and stuff, little birds that'll like run, fly off when you get near them. There's so many nice little details. I know Noah Copeland did most of the music, but not all of it. Like, in addition to being a programmer and an artist, he's also a musician. But I know he did have a lot of contributions from other people, I don't know which music they contributed, but it was like half a dozen people in the credits, I think. But man, the remixes in this are just so gosh darn good, and like there are also like so many callbacks to other Sonic music, like especially Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic, it will reference Sonic the Fighters and Sonic CD. The former of which is something of a anachronism, because Sonic the Fighters is like a 1996 game, it's supposed to be 1995, but regardless, you know, that's just me being a nerd. Doesn't matter, still sounds great. And it's weird, like, hearing that in, like, the style of a Genesis game. And the thing about this particular track right here is that, honestly, if you had just told me this was the Game Gear track, I probably could have been fooled into thinking it was not. Because the Game Gear version of this track is really good. Like, the people who composed the music for the Game Gear Sonic games, those are some top-notch 8-bit tracks. And also, like, I have really bad ears when it comes to music. So there's also that. But regardless, like, grade A soundtrack in here. Absolutely superb. And, like, I think, like, probably the catchiest track in this is the music for Sunset Park Act 2. Absolutely superb. Best remix of that particular track. Because, like, you know, the music does change between acts in this. Ah. Yes! Take that, Knack. You know, like, it is weird calling him Knack again, but given that this game gives me the option to call him Knack instead of Fang, I'm just gonna go with it. Like, for over a decade, he was just Knack to me. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, he's an official character now, we're calling him Fang. And it's like, you know what, that is a better name, I think, than Knack. But, like, I don't know, when I think of Knack, I think of, like, I've always thought of, like, a thief, to me. You know, like, a crooked guy. Whereas Fang, that's just kind of describing, like, his tooth. But then again, I guess it also, like, it's also, like, an aggressive name, and he is a bounty hunter, so it makes sense. And look at these palm trees in the foreground right here. Ah, you fiend! Oh, wow. Of course he has wheels. Ah. Ah, dang it. Haha. Anyway, Noah was actually nice enough to give me an early version of this a couple days before the game came out, and so I have technically played through this particular level like probably 7 or 8 times at this point. Because, well, because it was an early version, there were some issues, and so, like, I had to restart the game again, when he gave me an updated version. I had to restart it again when the game came out officially, and I could finally properly complete it. And then, in addition to that, I've also played this game, this particular level, in demos and stuff over the years. So, ooh, yeah, this does have the water skip from Triple Trouble. Triple Trouble had all these neat little touches, and Noah just brings all of that to bear here. Ah! Wow, Sonic is just gone. Okay. Okay, he's back. Every now and then, you do lose your partner in this, which is only a bother when you want to switch. Whoops, dang it! I was trying to hit that spring there. I want to demonstrate something. And now we're underground. Another thing Noah does here that I really enjoy, each act does change things up in terms of location. This is actually probably one of the less dramatic changes, but I often like what he does is it will go from an exterior setting to an interior setting. So here we went from an outdoor mountainous beach area to like a gigantic cavern. But then, in one level where you're like inside a structure, you will actually like go outside the structure about midway through. And it just looks completely different from what it did on the Game Gear, and I guess it wasn't that. Oh yeah, I heard that Knack was a member of the Chaotix briefly in Sonic the Comic. But then he did the whole heel turn thing. I really do need to read that comic, because that does sound like a cool little twist. Ah! I'm coming for you, Fang. There we go. Man, that poor guy just getting electrocuted all the time. No! I really enjoy these special stages too. They're just so well done, and so it's probably a good time to bring up exactly what Noah was trying to do with this game. And basically, what Noah wanted to do was he wanted to basically just make a Genesis game, make this game play and look like a Genesis game from 1995. And so the music, like Noah kept the music to something that the Genesis could handle. I don't know if it can actually run on a Genesis, but I know it's like at least meant to emulate the tools that the Genesis uses. And the graphical effects in this game, like everything that you see in this game is stuff that was done on the Genesis. So, like the special stages, they are effectively based off of the most, like the best looking on rails game on the Genesis, like the very best example of sprite scaling, and that was Panorama Cotton, which is like a rail shooter version of a franchise that's normally a 2D shooter. Ah. Oh man, I love this music right here. Ah. So epic. And so, like, even the way the sprite scaling looks, it just has the issues that you'd expect from a Genesis game doing sprite scaling, and I just love that effect. Like, this whole... I really, honestly, I just kind of wish that this was a hack of Sonic 3 or something. Because this just does such an effective job looking like something that the Genesis could do. And it's a bit of a shame to me, almost, that it can't run on the actual hardware. But then again, like, I would imagine that, for one, like, if it ran on the Genesis, you wouldn't be able to do widescreen. And I don't even know, and like, I imagine that programming on the Genesis is just a completely different ballgame from programming on a modern fan game. Like, I know it's not the same. Way different, way different skill set, I'm sure. So, like that's probably like my biggest gripe with this game. Wow, I wish this amazing experience was on an actual Genesis, because I have an EverDrive. I could run it on a Genesis. So the level design here is completely different from the 8-bit game. Like, basically, it just... What this game does is it takes the motifs and the level themes and just like redesigns completely brand new levels within that frame with using those themes. And so like this is almost this is less of a remake and more just like a brand new game that just like utilizes Triple Trouble's various level theming ideas and music and such. And as much as I love Triple Trouble 16-bit, like, I am super happy that he went above and beyond making this game everything it could be and more. Like, every single turn, this game just does more than I'm expecting. Like, years ago, when I heard Triple Trouble 16-bit, I thought, okay, so, like, what we're talking about is basically just like Triple Trouble, but it's going to use, like, Genesis sprites, right? But then, like, you know, I played the demo, and it's like, no. This is, like, a brand new game that just uses the Genesis... that just uses Triple Trouble's themes and stuff. And then, like, the boss battle, instead of just being, like, you know, a slightly upgraded version of the Game Gear boss battle, it's just, like, the thing that you just get this completely new, gigantic turtle boss. It's like, damn, really? Like, you took this little turtle that just flies at the top, across the top of the screen and has like two phases, and just made it this gigantic behemoth of a boss battle. All of a sudden, just like this big epic thing that's like launching missiles and stuff. It's so wild, so different, so new, so much more than I was expecting. I love it. And then we have the Knuckles fight. Easily the best Knuckles fight I have ever played. Because, like, he's a legit boss battle here. Like, I've always enjoyed fighting Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic Adventure, but, like, you know, he never had the epicness of like, an actual boss. So, like, his ability to deal damage was limited, and there were plenty of opportunities to attack him. But, you know, here, you really only hit him during select moments of weakness. And because his attacks are so much bigger and so much more effective, it just lends the battle a sense of epicness that you just don't get from Sonic 3 and Knuckles or Sonic Adventure. Ah, hey, my favorite track in the game. Like, I think this is supposed to be, like, kind of jazzy or something. And, you know, Sonic and jazz just go together so well. Or, I don't know, maybe their correct term might be swing. Again, I'm not a big music person. To me, it's like, ooh, music sound good. You know, don't expect me to effectively, like, or accurately identify genres or anything. But yeah, this is like just one of the best classic Sonic tracks I've ever heard. So, good on you, Noah. You did really good, or whoever did this, if it wasn't you. You and the people that you work with. Superb job here. And another thing I guess love about this game is that, like, the levels... These levels are probably better than most of what you get in actual classic Sonic. Oh, you know what occurs to me? I have been forgetting to get Chaos Emeralds. I don't even know if this leads to a Chaos Emerald, but let me just get this out of the way. Okay. Like, I do know how to get the Chaos Emeralds pretty early on here, but I've just been kind of neglecting that. Oh, alright. There we go. I genuinely do not know this. But, okay. I guess I've learned enough about this game to know where I can usually find these giant rings. And okay, so now we're playing the most difficult special stage in the game. Ah! But I think that, like, had this been released in 1995, people, like, wouldn't have been as impressed by this as by the Sonic and Knuckles thing, because, like, that thing tries to really be pseudo 3D, whereas this one is more, like, you know, just a really good version of the kind of sprite scaling that the Genesis was doing for years. But again, this is, like, if this was running on an actual Genesis, like, I would be super impressed by this right now. Now it's just like, again, I guess a lot of it because of the way, the obvious way it's referencing an impressive piece of Genesis software. Like, this would have gone unappreciated in 1995, I think. Not the least of which because, like, genuine 3D gaming was also starting to really take off at the time. Ah, so close. And one thing I really appreciate about this is that it allows for retries. Like, I love the fact that we just have so many 2D Sonic games doing this now, just letting me just retry the special stages at will. Albeit with some sort of cost. Here it's lives, which makes a lot of sense. Like, if Sonic games do have to have lives, which personally I think that's unnecessary, but you know, they have to have lives. This is a really good way of using them. Ah! Bright piece. No! Dang it. Okay. I'm still not gonna make it. I keep thinking that, like, those ring circle things should give me more rings than they do. And I'm not catching up to Fang. No! Oh! No! Come on! Dang it. I could have made it had I not hit that, that pinball thing. Okay. I have managed to do this on, like, my first try before. Very recently, actually. Look, you have to be, like, really precise. I admit this game can be on the easy side, so I do appreciate when the game just throws a challenge at me like this. Like, it still doesn't feel cheap. You know, I like this level of challenge. And the retries make this challenge way more fun than it being, like, in an actual, like, classic Sonic game from back in the day. Like, this just scratches my arcade itch so well. And I might as well just give Noah credit here. This is a really good special stage. Like, it's putting aside how visually impressive it is. Like, in terms of just, like, referencing Genesis stuff. It's also just really fun. And by the way, if you like, want the, sprites to, scale better than this, I believe that's technically what the 60 frame per second settings for it. You can set this to 60 frames in the menu. I just prefer not to because I like the classic Genesis feel of the stages. And I find it to be supremely playable. So I see no need to change that. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, the orange shield in this is specifically based off of the shield from 3D Blast, which was technically the first instance of a homing attack in a Sonic game. Again, you could almost argue this is anachronistic, since that's a 1996 game, but regardless, I just appreciate the usage. Of a 3D Blast power-up in a classic-style Sonic game. Ah! Ah! Sorry, I'm just being mesmerized by the level design right now. Like, in terms of level design, this is like basically the best of classic Sonic, but for the entire game. Like, there's not one bad level in this entire thing. I think my least favorite might be the water level, which I think is called like Tidal Tempest or something. But, like, that really isn't saying much. Like, that's like talking about what my least favorite, let's see, what's the thing that no one would argue has any bad stuff in it? My least favorite, 3D Zelda game? I don't know. My least favorite Shenmue game? No. Like, you know, like, there is not a even, like, remotely mediocre level in the lot. There is not a remotely okay level in this. Everything is way better than that. Like, if you love classic Sonic, this is probably going to be like one of your top experiences ever. Or at the very least, one of your top experiences, in, I don't know, since Sonic Mania, at least? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would actually say this is better than Sonic Mania. Because Sonic Mania is also really good. Like, I would argue that, like, it was my favorite 2D Sonic game when it came out. Ah, dang it. I actually have no idea how many lives I have. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm encountering, I don't know if it's a glitch, or if it's just like an issue with my, with running this on a Steam Deck. But sometimes this game does randomly start chugging a lot. And we're seeing that right now. Oddly enough, this may actually help me beat the level. So... but I don't know. It's easily corrected. All I actually have to do is leave the level, and that tends to fix it. I think what I normally do is I restart the entire game. Although I don't think this frequent, because this has been happening to me a couple times lately. But like I said, simple. There's a very easy way around it, and I think it might be the Steam Deck itself. I don't know. I know that GX, who was running this on a PC, was saying that the game was getting chuggy. But then he like did some stuff and stopped. I forget what he did. I don't know, maybe I'll try turning off VSync or something. And here we go. Chaos Emerald. Alright, I think rather than presenting this game and doing this stuff for an extended period of time, I'm just gonna restart the level. Will I keep the Chaos Emeralds? I don't know. Let's at least try to get to a, save point first. Man, I think this is actually the worst it's ever been for me, man. Like, I don't even think this is 30 frames per second right now. Alright. Well, I have no idea if that's going to save my emeralds. Okay. Yeah, it's still being weird. Okay, this isn't a VSync issue. Okay. Well, I'll just exit the game real quick and that should fix it. Let's move the mouse again. Unfortunately, in order to stream on the Steam Deck, I have to use desktop mode, and that seems to keep the mouse on screen at all times, which I'm not happy about. Oh dang! It looks like I might have to get those Chaos Emeralds again. All right. Well, hopefully this won't become an issue. I'm kind of surprised because, like, I played through this entire game. I didn't have any serious issues with that until, like, I think I had to do like had to do like a replay or something. That's when I first noticed it. But hey, it's working better now. If anyone encounters this issue on PC, because again, I'm running this on a Steam Deck, and so might be like a Proton issue. But if you encounter this on PC, I don't know, maybe let Noah know or something. Okay, if I remember correctly, I had to do it from this side. Alright, well, I'll do this again. This is the perfect moment for me to demonstrate that I can get this done. Very quickly. Like, hopefully on my first try this time. Yeah, Knack, I am kicking your tail right now. Hope I don't regret skipping those lightning bolts. Oh yeah. First try. Man, I love using the drop dash on this. You know, there is one Triple Trouble move that I really enjoy. And that is being able to recurl in midair. Now that is the move that Sonic 4 definitely could have used. And I know a lot of people hate the whole uncurling thing. But here, I really appreciate that because in addition to being able to, like, you know, make yourself a deadly weapon in the middle of after jumping off a spring, you can also go from that into a drop dash now, which I just love that move combo. It feels so nice. So whenever there's a glitch that appears on a stream like this, I guess we kind of want y'all to remember that this is a fan game, and it's a fan game that, like, you know, doesn't have a professional QA testing team or anything. Like, all the testing in this game was done basically by just like Noah and his friends. Like, he was working down to the wire just to like get this game out on the seconds. And so, like, you know, be nice. Don't be mean. This is... Because the fact that this exists at all is a marvel. Like, the fact that any Sonic fan game exists is a marvel. Because, like, people, like, just do this stuff in their free time, you know? They do this stuff between their other jobs. For fun. Pure hobby. Okay. I might have gone a little overboard in terms of trying to find that, Oh, no, there it is. But, you know, one reason why Sonic Stadium has been giving this game as much attention as it has is because this is probably one of the more impressive fan games we've played, period. Like, and I've played some really impressive fan games, like Sonic GT and stuff, but this thing is just like, if you had told me that this is just an official Sonic product, I would have just believed you, you know? I would have said, oh, cool, Sega remade Sonic Triple Trouble. That's awesome! And didn't launch with any serious glitches? Even better! Tails spawns fine, huh? Yeah, I know. I really love Sonic Origins too. I don't mean to throw that game shade, but man, like, I really hope Noah, like, Noah should, like, just I really hope he has, like, I don't know, some sort of future in game development period after this. like, if Sega is ever going to make another original classic Sonic game, and headcanon doesn't want to come back because of their work experience with Sega on Origins, or even if they do, like Noah, I would hope that maybe like Noah could like have some sort of involvement in a future official 2D Sonic game, because it's just such a damn good game. like I said earlier, this is just like the best Sonic levels over and over again throughout the entire experience. Like I'm tempted to say this might even be more consistent than Mania. Tempted. I'm not like saying outright. I think I need to give some serious thought to actually saying something like that. But like, I'm just trying to like just explain, just put into words just how strong this effort is, and why you absolutely need to play this for yourself. Like, if you enjoy classic Sonic, you know, just go for it. Just play this. Right? No reason not to. Of course, I say, like, I hope Noah gets to be involved in an official Sonic game, not even knowing what his day job is. So, I don't know. I'm sure that's probably not actually in the cards for him anyway. But regardless, Noah, if that's the thing you want to do, I hope you're allowed to one day. I'd love to have something like this in like a Sonic Mania 2 or Sonic 5 or something. Now time for a remake of the one-part Triple Trouble everyone remembers. One of the most cinematic parts of this entire game. Move that mouse. Ooh, this is actually, I've never had this shield for this level before. Oh, cripes! I never died of that, and of course I died of that now. Because, you know, I was homing attacking these things. That was neat for a second. Oh, great. I've never died for this, and now that I'm on stream, I'm doing it twice. Oh, hey, Noah. Glad to hear you're popping in from bug fixing. Looking forward to whatever fixes you manage, although can't say I've had many issues. Like, this has been a very polished experience for the most part. I did run into some frame rate issues earlier when the game just started chugging and I had to restart, but I have no idea if that's the game or my Steam Deck, which I noted on stream. But aside from that, like, this has been really, really strong. Well, I'm looking forward to whatever your original game is. Because like, bare minimum, this is some really, really damn good level design right here. So weird seeing Sonic in 2D just climbing a ladder. Man, and then this level just keeps ratcheting up. I love it. Like, okay, you're not just running across train cars to this awesome music. You're also being chased down by a bounty hunter blew up part of the train. Ah. And spoiler alert, gonna get ratcheted up more later. No, dang it. I love trying to outrun this thing. Ooh. Normally I'm better at dodging this thing than this. Dang it. But this time, he's got me 3 times in a row. Fiddlesticks. And now we're being chased by an explosion. Now this has killed me once. I like to pretend these birds just, like, escape the explosion somehow. Among the little touches I enjoy in this game, like, when Sonic's on the car, he's crouched down like this. Like, you know, because, you know, he's on top of a train, and he can't just stand normally. Oh, hey, I just noticed that that thing has eyes, just like in the concept art. That's cool. And this game has a pretty superb sense of humor. It's a little weird playing a Sonic game with like quite this kind of personality. It can get a bit goofy sometimes. Okay, so I'm probably gonna play for about another 20 minutes, since the stream did start a little late. Ah, that should at least be enough for me to get all the Chaos Emeralds. I might go ahead and I'll probably go ahead and complete this next week. You know, GX was originally supposed to be the one to stream this. Like, he was going to stream this at around, like, hopefully, like, we're thinking like maybe Friday or Sunday or something, but, you know, things came up with for him. So that's why I decided to just do it now. Now, I'm actually going out of town as soon as I'm done with this. And while I'm going to have my Steam Deck, I won't have a good place to stream. So this is going to be it for me for a while as well. Ah. Ooh, what's down here? Oh. Ah. No, there are enemies down here. Does this mean there's, like, a ring down here? Huh. Or, okay, no, I don't see any secrets. Okay. I've actually gotten pretty good at figuring out where Noah would hide some of these things. But, more often than not, I go on a wild goose chase. I think I've actually found most of the giant rings in this level on a previous playthrough. I actually missed some rings that I knew the location of over in Sunset Park, too. So, like, I frankly should be further along than I am. But, like, you know, the rings aren't on my usual path through that level, so I guess wasn't thinking about them. probably land. Okay. If I remember correctly, in this level, one of the rings are on one of the upper paths. But I think there's also a ring on a lower path, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there is. Near the mud. But I may have missed that. Not sure if I want to backtrack. Ah, dang it. Ah. Let's see if it's at least down here. Man, the background here looks so nice. Just like fields of mud. Okay, yeah, I think I probably missed it, but whatever. I know the location of two giant rings in the act after this one. One helpful thing about this game is that this did kind of help me get prepped for Sage. Which, you know, generally, when it comes to me and streaming, I do not stream for most of the year. But then we have Sage and Sonic hacking contests within like a month of each other. And like all of a sudden, oh no, I need to get everything working. So so this game at least did help me get prepared for that stuff. No. One thing I absolutely love about this game is how it reincorporates Fang into, like, a mid-boss. And, like, you know, and Knuckles, too. Like, it lets me, like, Knuckles and Fang both have a much greater presence in this game versus actual Triple Trouble, where Knuckles basically just exists to taunt you, and Fang really only exists in the special stages, which are completely optional. But here it's like, since the special stages are just special stages now, and not like these levels or these well, sometimes they are all, or these like behind the back playing stages with the boss battle at the end. You know, boss battle doesn't make as much sense at the end of these special stages, and so Fang has just been reincorporated here, and it's just works so much better, honestly. Like it really, like, Fang actually feels like part of the triple threat in this game, which I appreciate. And Knuckles, it's so nice to be able to actually fight Knuckles as Knuckles, not just like in his water mech thing. I remember when I finally beat Triple Trouble and discovered that was the Knuckles boss fight, I was just so disappointed. Like, really? That's my fight with him? Like, you could have just stuck Robotnik in there, what the heck? Okay, so I should be able to find the Chaos Emeralds in here. Yeah, here's one. Okay. Let's get this in one try. one thing I do rather like about these levels is that Fang, like, is legitimately just a little faster than you. And so, what you need to do is, you need to, like, okay, so 2 tries, we'll do it in 2 tries. What you need to do is, like, you need to balance, collecting rings, hitting speed, and hitting these lightning power-ups. And the lightning power-ups are important because, like, you know, they really slow them down. And if you just skip them, like I did just then, Fang is just gonna pass you. Yeah, now I'm, like, way ahead of him again. Okay, I need to stop doing that. And really, I guess I enjoy the idea of a special stage where you're just racing against another character. Like, you know, a rival character of sorts. Like, you know, it just adds a bit more character and personality to these stages that are usually just don't have that. Like, you know, usually you're either just like, you know, oh crap! You're usually either just like playing a minigame, or like you're trying to destroy like some faceless robot, you know. Whereas this, like, it feels like it's integrated as part of the plot. And it certainly, like, points to a different philosophy, you know, for how Noah handles the special stages versus Sega. Because, according to Sega, the special stages don't even actually exist within the games, or just a game mechanic. And, you know, I don't like that. I like the idea of the Chaos Emeralds, like, just making these dimensions for you to travel through. To, like, test people. Like, that was an Ian Flynn idea. That's a really good idea. Although I have no idea where they're getting Tornado from. Aside from the fact that you could fly a tornado in some of the original Triple Trouble special stages. Alright, I'm gonna make it this time. That is my prediction. I'm almost there. And there we go. Alright. I think I'm gonna give myself about 15 more minutes. That should be enough to get the last Chaos Emerald and beat this stage. Oh, and reach the kind of one of the first big twists, one of the first big original things that Noah introduces. Like, I will say that this game doesn't just cover the stuff from Triple Trouble. There is some other stuff, which you can see one of those things just, like, on our YouTube right now, but that'll also be coming up fairly soon. Okay, I think this is the location of the last Chaos Emerald. Yes, there we are. I mean, last Chaos Emerald for me, anyway. And these scrolling walls are, like, and for the Genesis, would be like one of the most impressive effects. And I was like genuinely surprised when I saw Mirrors. It was like, oh wow, like he's actually like doing this, and it looks so accurate. Like, look at how those things are get bigger. Like, you know, like where it's not smooth. That is exactly how the Genesis would handle it. I love it. I love that so much. Uh-oh. I think the frame rate might be chugging again. No! Well, I learned my lesson from last time. And that is I'm not gonna exit this until I actually beat the level. I don't know why this is doing this. It seems to be doing this like every other, at the second act of every other level. That's just weird. I'm beginning to wonder if it is just like a Steam Deck issue. But then again, like, I was not experiencing this on my previous playthrough, so this is just weird. And what's also interesting is that this time it's been triggered by a special stage. Well, anyway, I'm almost there. And here we go! Boom! 6 Chaos Emeralds. See you at the Atomic Destroyer! Okay, that was a very bad Eggman impression, obviously. But, my personal, voice, internal voice for him is basically just like the Eggman from the Sonic OVA. Like, that's just such a perfect voice for classic Eggman. Like, it just fits how he looks perfectly. I love it. It's just exactly what I'd want from like a classic Sonic cartoon or something. Alright, well, I'm almost there. So we won't have to, and ooh, right, yeah. I don't even need that one. So we won't have to endure this bad frame rate for too long. Although, honestly, well, I want to do one more level after this. So, I am going to have to exit the game one more time, I guess. I have to ask GX if he encounters these sorts of issues. Because if this is what he meant by what he meant when he said the game was chugging. Okay, man. Oh yeah, yeah, another little pair of details I love about this. One, Sonic can run across the mud just like he runs across water. Like, just love that detail. And in addition to that, when he hits those mud slides, I like how he just, you know, in previous Sonic games he would like basically just do his damage animation. Dang it! I missed the checkpoint ahead of this. Yeah, that right there. Like, that's just so much more stylish than what he does in Sonic 3. When he slides down a thing. So again, a little detail, but a little detail I really enjoy. Ah, nailed it that time. Good. Ah, dang it. Dang it! I think the frame rate might be. Usually I can like destroy this thing with tails. No! Dang it! Well, at least this time I just have to walk a couple feet and then I'm there. Absolutely love some of the teamwork strategies you can do in this. Oh yeah, and then we got this cool temple escape sequence. Not even the only one of these will be seen tonight. Well, escape sequence, not specifically a temple escape sequence, obviously. And then we got some Indiana Jones shit right here. Alright. We're thinking here, oh hey, wait a moment. Tempest level now? And then this thing just rose out of the sea. No! It's this thing you've never seen before. A brand new level, Egg Zeppelin. It's basically like just a one-act transition thing. Okay. Anyway, gotta start this. Okay, so we're gonna do one more level and then we're done for the night. Might actually still get finished by 12:15 if I can jump back in quickly enough. Sorry, 6:15. So I don't know, this is like kind of a mix of like Flying Battery and the uh, sky level from, I forget what it's called, the Robotnik base level, the Robotnik flying fortress level from Sonic 2. Basically a mix of those two stages. But the way it's done is like very cinematic, which I appreciate. Huh. And yeah, you can actually reflect the lasers with Tails' tail. Yes! He is copying the Chaos Emerald, making a dark Chaos Emerald. Now, I think my one big disappointment with this game is that it turns the jet shoes into a scripted sequence, into like a specific like piece of level design and not a power up, which admittedly is probably the smartest way to handle it, since like I don't know, like when it comes to how it works in the actual Triple Trouble, it just lets you fly over a portion of the level. It's not incorporated into the level design, and so this is probably the smart way to do it, but I've just always enjoyed that like, just being able to fly across the level, you know? Felt like a special treat. So, you know, I guess just a little personal preference. But again, I get why it was done. But one thing that's funny is that instead of like just having his auto fly thing like in Triple Trouble, Tails like just legitimately just gets jet boots. That is not something he had in the original Triple Trouble. Ah, dang it. Huh, game over, huh? Ah. Oh, crap. I'm here to stop your evil plan, Dr. Eggman. I enjoy that they Nova gave Eggman like a unique plot in this, you know? Because I don't think the Dark Chaos Emeralds were even a thing in the original. It was just like, haha, I've stolen the Chaos Emeralds, and this time Knuckles and Fang are involved too. Like, I don't know if making like Dark Chaos Emeralds is a particularly original plot for Sonic, but I don't care. Like, it's something that does work with the lore. Where like Chaos Emeralds have a negative and positive side, and I assume that these emeralds are basically just the negative side. Like, I don't know what makes that more useful to Eggman than, like, regular Chaos Emeralds, but regardless, I mean... I don't know. I still appreciate, like, something more being done than just... He's going after the Chaos Emeralds again, oh no. Which is what the Sonic 8-bit plots usually were. Aside from Sonic 2, that was... He kidnapped Tails and he's after the Emeralds. Darn it. I really don't want to die here. Especially when I'm only 3 rings away from 100. Yes! Extra life. Alright. Ah, the engine room! So for once, I'm actually going to be able to just actually destroy the vehicles, not just going to explode when Sonic exits the stage. I appreciate that. Like, Blind Battery, like, that, I think that thing just, like, dies, right? Like, Sonic goes through it, he beats the bosses, and then it's just dead. Death Egg, same thing. It just kind of explodes when he beats, when he, like, beats the final boss. Oh, that's what happens to the egg carrier, isn't it? Alright, there we go. And whoosh! I love that touch. So many touches like this in this game. Alright. So, it is time for me, it is time for me to end this. So, thank you for tuning in or watching this after the fact. I hope you play this game for yourself. And, I will hopefully be coming back to this to finish it next week. So, oh, and my battery's almost dead, dang. 22 minutes left. So, until then, talk to you later.